Hi, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. Hi friends, welcome back to another What is coming out this month. I'm going to address it really quickly. I sound even more nasally than usual. It is because I am getting over a cold, but I really wanted to get this list out to you while it was still relevant because we have a couple of movies that are coming out at the start of the month. This month is pretty exciting, and of course, Old, the new M. Night Shyamalan film, is coming to cinemas, some cinemas around the world that are open, but remember, today we're just talking about VOD releases. So let's get into it. Let me know what you're looking forward to watching down below in the comments, and let's start with The Eighth Night. The Eighth Night is a South Korean Netflix original that promises creepy visuals paired with paranormal mystery. The horror thriller is the first film of any genre by this film's director, and it follows a man who was once an exorcist who must hunt down a 1,000-year-old spirit that is possessing weak humans as part of a ritual to unleash hell on earth. And some of this does look genuinely scary. It is scheduled to premiere on Netflix on the 2nd of July, and it will be available for streaming in 190 countries. PG horror fans, I almost left this one off, but Tobin Bell wouldn't let me. Okay, I can't confirm yet that this is PG, but I'm assuming as much. The film follows an ostracized 12-year-old girl that becomes obsessed with the disappearance of several missing teens in her hometown. Now she teams up with her best friend to figure out what's going on. Part of this movie is it's based on the urban legend of the black-eyed children. If you haven't heard about this before, it's a legend about paranormal creatures that resemble children. Creepy. This one will be released on the 2nd of July, no word yet what platforms. Werewolves Within has already had a limited run in the cinema, but is heading to the small screen on the 2nd of July in America, and it has already had its internet release in Canada. The comedy horror is an adaptation of the video game of the same name, where werewolves attack a small town. The film has already received a lot of positive feedback and ratings. I can't wait to check this one out. Speaking of can't wait, Fear Street starts on the 2nd of July. This is a trilogy that starts in 1994 with part 1 and surrounds a group of teenagers that discover the terrifying events that have haunted their town of Shadyside, Ohio for generations, maybe all connected. The trilogy is based on R.L. Stine's best-selling horror series. The trilogy was meant to be released in June of 2020, but was pulled because of obvious reasons, which changed to a lead of distribution, which is why it's going to Netflix. As I said, part 1 is out on the 2nd of July, and it takes place in 1994. Part 2 is set in 1978 and is released on the 9th, and part 3 is set in 1666 and is released on July 16. This is a Netflix exclusive series, so it will be hitting Netflix in most countries. I don't think I've ever seen a trilogy of movies released within the same month. The trailer for this one got me so excited. I can't wait to watch it. Mystery thriller Whitetail will be released on the 2nd of July. The story follows a broken family who embark on a weekend hunting trip in West Texas. Hoping that the trip will bring them together, they get more than they bargained for when they find a man who has been shot clutching a bag full of money, and their reaction to this may tear them apart. The film is meant to be part gothic thriller, part survival film. It takes place over one day and a night in rural Texas. It looks to be more of an independent slow burn. Let me know if you're keen on this one. If claustrophobic horror is your thing, this next one's for you. This French drama horror sci-fi is about a woman who wakes up in a tube. Yes, a tube. Unaware of where she is, her only clue is the countdown clock strapped to her wrist. Now she must learn to navigate these tubes in order to survive. This is Saw meets Buried. Even though it's a French production, it's said it will mostly contain English with limited French dialogue. I'll definitely be checking this one out. The film is released on VOD on the 9th of July. Classic Horror Story is a Netflix release that is dropping on the 14th of July in most countries. The Italian drama horror mystery is about a group of strangers traveling in southern Italy that become stranded in the woods where they must fight to survive. The film looks to have some striking cinematography, not to mention the architecture. It looks like it could have a hint of torture porn too, but that's just what I'm getting from the trailer. Just for a change of pace, the next film I want to talk about is a horror documentary about the fandom behind Evil Dead. Hail to the Deadites is coming out this July. Although the doco features interviews from a lot of the star cast, it's a look at the fans themselves. I think it's really cool that they are celebrating the franchise, but also those who have supported it for the last 40 years. Yes, it's 40 years old. This one will be streaming on the 27th of July. The Boy Behind the Door is a Shudder original film premiering on the 29th of July. The movie follows a 12-year-old boy who is abducted with his best friend on the way home from school. Together, the boys must plan their escape. This horror mystery thriller promises to be an intense game of cat and mouse. It sounds incredibly dark and unnerving. Again, this one hits Shudder in most countries on the 29th. Rock, Paper, Scissors is an Argentinian thriller about two adult siblings that are living in their late father's home, and their bond is challenged when their half-sister comes to visit. Soon, their quirky antics turn dangerous, and it becomes difficult to distinguish who has the stone, who has the paper, and who has the scissors. This one looks like a wild ride, possibly disturbing and a little bit unique. I can't wait to check this one out when it hits VOD on the 6th of July. Would you guys like a review? American Horror Story is back, but this time it's plural. This is a spin-off series of the original. The series is said to be an anthology TV show, but this time the season will have 16 standalone episodes, with Sarah Paulson confirming she directed part of the series. The show has a long cast given each episode is a story of its own, but some of the cast includes Madison Bailey, Billy Lord, Danny Trejo, and Paris Jackson. The show will premiere on Hulu on the 15th, but good news for Australians, the show will be on Australian platform Binge from the 16th of July. The next one I want to talk about, I'm not too sure what to think, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Claiming to be a real paranormal experience, The Sleepless Unrest, The Real Conjuring Home is about the world-famous house that inspired the first Conjuring film, which was recently sold and is now open to paranormal investigators. In this film, a group of filmmakers and paranormal investigators team up and decide to move into the home for 2 weeks in hopes of capturing something paranormal on film. And this is their story. I thought this sounded really cheesy, but the trailer sold me. It looks captivating and just fun. But after The Blair Witch, I second guess any marketing mentioning that the film is a real documentation. My guard's up, but I'm very interested. This film will play at select cinemas and will be on VOD from July the 16th. No words to what platform this is streaming on just yet. Let me know if you find out, because I really want to check this one out. And on that note, this one is definitely claiming to be a documentary to lead the viewer astray. Behind the Sightings claims to be based on the creepy clown phenomenon of 2016. The found footage follows two filmmakers in North Carolina who try to make sense of the clown sightings, leading them straight into the jaws of danger. This film will hit both VOD and DVD on the 7th. I'm not too sure about this one, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. I had to save the most bizarre, the most outlandish one until the end. This one caught me off guard. It's absolutely bizarre, so stay with me. Also, don't confuse this with the film of the same name from 2020 starring Jude Law. The Nest stars Dee Wallace and follows, seriously, get ready for it, a child's separation anxiety that is brought on when she picks a bear up from a garage sale. But this isn't any normal teddy bear. It's a host to parasitic creatures that are willing to attack with the child's command. I mean, what will they think of next? This film has a slightly creepy trailer with the girl singing along to Itsy Bitsy Spider, but the poster is actually extremely chilling. The Nest has hit VOD in some countries, but will be available to a wider audience on the 20th of July. I did want to mention really quickly that Separation is rumored to be hitting VOD this month, but I couldn't find anything confirming any dates or any other information. It's been out at select cinemas since the 30th of April, so if you do have any information on that, let me know. Even though the reviews weren't favorable, I'm keen to check it out. And also, The Toll and Sun are hitting Shudder this month, although they have had a run on other platforms, so you may have already seen them, but if you do have Shudder, you might want to check them out. I was not a big fan of Sun, but I really liked the Toll. I don't think it's a perfect film, but I think it's very unique, so I would recommend that one if you had to pick one or the other. Thank you so much for bearing with me with my voice. I really do appreciate it. I can't hear myself right now, but I do appreciate you guys watching. I am so excited next week. As I've said in my last video, I only have one video next week because I'm going to spend all my time making it as perfect as possible, and I can't wait to share it with you. It's going to have a special guest in there that is going to blow your mind, and I'll see you guys then. Stay spooky and stay safe, and let me know what movies from this list you'd like me to review. I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye, friends.